85% of Americans are saying Joe Biden is too old to be president, and that's up 17% just from 1 year ago. But only 60% of people is saying Trump is too old, and he's only 3 years younger. So let me update y'all with what's going on. So Joe Biden and Donald Trump just had their first presidential debate 2 weeks ago for this upcoming campaign, and I'm not even gonna hold you up. It was abysmal for Democrats and strong Biden supporters. If you don't believe me, watch this.
People coming across the border illegally, it's better than when he left office. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
So the results of that terrible performance, over 16 House members are calling for Joe Biden to exit the race. And now we have one senator from Vermont, Peter Welch, is even saying the same thing. So this is what he said, and I quote, "For the good of the country, I'm calling on President Biden to withdraw from the race." And he also argued the nation conversation is focused on President Biden's age and capacity. Only he can change it. So one way he can change it, I looked at polls today, people are actually more willing to vote for Kamala Harris, the vice president, than Joe Biden right now. So the next bad news was George Clooney decided to join the party. He wrote in a New York Times article his thoughts on Biden and what's been going on. He said, "I love Joe Biden as a senator, as a vice president and president. I consider him a friend and I believe in him. Believe in his character, believe in his morals. In the last 4 years, he won many battles that he faced, but the battle he cannot win is against time. None of us can," Clooney continued. "It's devastating to say, but the Joe Biden I was with 3 weeks ago at a fundraiser was not the Joe Big Effing Deal Biden in 2010. He wasn't even a Joe Biden in 2020. He was the same man we all witnessed at the debate." So Trump is completely hilarious. This is what he wrote. So now fake movie actor George Clooney, who never came close to ever making a great movie, is now getting into the act. He's turned on Crooked Joe like the rats they both are. What does Clooney know about anything? Clooney should get out of politics and go back to television. Woo boy. So 2 weeks after that bad performance, everybody was waiting to see how Joe Biden will respond, how will his energy be, would he be lethargic, would he look like he had dementia on what he did that last debate, and hell, even I was waiting to see how it was gonna go. And to be honest, it started out as bad as you can imagine, by calling the president of Ukraine Putin.
And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. He's going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it. Anyway, Mr. President.
I'm better.
You are a hell of a lot better.
Now on a scale of 1 to 10, his last debate was a -5. This one was like a 4 out of 10, which is better than last. But for the leader of our country, 40% is not good enough. Now, as this was going, Trump was having a field day. This is what he posted on his platform, Truth Social. Crooked Joe begins his big boy press conference with,
"Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there."
"Great job, Joe. I can't even hold y'all up. I was literally watching it live and I heard it and I was like, did he say that right?" So I rewind it to see if he said what I thought he said.
"I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there."
And he did say what I thought he said. So my question to you is, do you guys believe Joe Biden is too old to run again? Should he drop out the race? And last but not least, should Harris take over his spot since she is next in line and she is our vice president?